Hello, this is Erin Mayer. I am your child's science teacher here at Casey Middle School. I wanted to send out a quick video to share what learning, feedback, and proficiency-based grading look like in our science class. This video will complement an email that you will get later today from your child or possibly tomorrow that will outline what their current grade is in science. So in the video, I want to focus on the why, the how, and the what of our learning focused classroom. So to start, learning is a journey. The video graphic or the graphic that you see on the left is kind of what people think learning looks like, and the graphic on the right really shares what learning really looks like. It's messy, and the path looks different for every kid. So our classroom is set up to reflect what the actual learning journey looks like. So some of the changes in vocabulary that we use in this classroom, I don't give grades. I assess kids. There isn't any judgment on their work. It's merely there's feedback on their work. The goal in here is to achieve proficiency, to be able to show what you've learned, not to get good grades. And I also call assignments learning activities. So in this classroom, the how we do this, the classroom itself is very it's based in student ownership. So we focus on the why. So every activity has a why. We are storyline focused, so we are trying to figure out some sort of phenomenon or puzzling event in the world throughout a learning expedition. Everything is aligned with our Colorado state standards, which are also the next generation science standards. And we are constantly making lots of connections between the content and science and engineering skills and practices. There is a lot of choice in our classroom. Students have choice on how they share their learning. They have choice on who they work with, where they work in the classroom, things like that. And I think of my role as more of a facilitator of learning. The other how that is important to understand in this classroom is how feedback is given. So for every learning activity that kids engage with, they are either going to be proficient or not proficient at the end of the learning activity. If they're proficient, that means they've met the standards for that particular activity. If they're not proficient yet, this isn't a bad thing. It just means that it doesn't yet meet the standard. So I give them feedback, they review that feedback, they revise, and they keep working on the activity until they show proficiency. The way this looks in the classroom is going to be different than a typical classroom because kids are going to be working on different things at different times based on what kind of feedback they are addressing and where they are in their learning journey. So to help them with this, we have what's called a progress tracker. On this screen, you can see the progress tracker. So this is one particular lesson. Every one of these rows links directly to the directions for an activity that they are engaging with. As students complete activities and earn proficiency, these boxes for their particular name turn to green. If they need to revise or check in with a teacher, then their box will turn yellow or pink, and eventually will turn green once they're proficient. We do have should do and aspire to opportunities. These are activities that the students who have time should be engaging in to even further their understanding. All the students have access to this progress tracker, and we are looking at it and using it as a tool to track learning every day. Finally, once a month, at the end of the month, students will make a claim about what grade best reflects their learning. We are doing this for the first time today and tomorrow in class. I'm going to share these characteristics of an A student with the kids today. First of all, they should have no missing learning activity. So all of their activities that are in white back here should be finished up until whatever the current date is. Secondly, they need to show that they understand those activities, so they've earned that green proficient for must-do activities. I expect them to challenge themselves with should do and aspire to activities when they have time. If they need all their time to finish the must-dos, then that's okay too. I expect that their work should be their best work possible and that they that work is going to help them learn and understand science. And over the course of a learning expedition or the semester, we will see improvement in scientific understanding. So these are the characteristics of an A student. So the students will actually look at these characteristics and they will just determine what their current grade is in science. An A would be evidence that they have all characteristics of an A student, and then you can see what the criteria for B, C, and D are. The students will be making a claim about their learning, and they will be supporting it by 2 pieces of evidence. They will put this in writing, they will share that with me, and they will share that with you, and that will be seen in Infinite Campus. At any point in time, between the when they do their grade claim at the end of the month and the following month, if they want to come and reevaluate their grade, they're welcome to do that. We will formally do that once a month. Please reach out if you have any questions at all about this system. I know it's different than probably what most of you are used to, and it's also different for the students. But at the end of the day, it really places the ownership of learning on students and gives them some great skills moving forward. Thanks for taking a few minutes to watch this short video. Take care.